Hey Leo, this is Alex, and I'm here to bring you your weekly love reading. I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves. Thank you to all of my new and existing subscribers. Your love and support is very much felt and very much appreciated. So let's see what God, angels, and universe has for you, Leo. And forgive me, guys, again, my cards are just battered and bruised, but I love them so much. Because I'll be in here reading, honey, okay? We don't be in here. These cards are not for show, they're for delivering messages. All right, Leo, what do we have going on? Looks like a lot of activity. Yeah, all these cards came popping out, so you guys know I just allow my angels to do what angels want to do. Okay, because we have so many cards on the table, I'm not going to do... Well, no, let's go ahead. Let's keep it interesting. I was going to say I wasn't going to do the card at the bottom, but the card at the bottom is the Eight of Wands. So, what do we have? Angels are showing it's almost like somebody was curious and poking a bear and trying to find out certain information. What I'm also getting to is that there could have been some manipulation to obtain information. So it's almost like you might have made up a story to try to get your person to confess at something or try to catch them in a lie. And it kind of backfired. It backfired on you big time, Leo, or your person, because there's the Three of Swords next to it. With the Seven of Cups, now angels are saying to me, now you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know what to believe. You don't know where this is going. So you feel like you're in a state of suspension. And it's this Hermit card here, which is the card of Virgo, says to me, for some of you guys, it's almost like you're going back to the drawing board. For some of you, you could be hell-bent on trying to find, this is a little technical, but it's almost like you're trying to sharpen a skill inside of you to be able to detect wrongdoing in your mate. So some of you, it's almost like you're trying to feel their energy. Is their energy off? You know, you may be looking at your person in their eyes, like, I notice when they do this, their eye twitches. What's that about? Right? I just kind of feel like some of you guys are really hell-bent on catching your person out there. Yep, three additional cards came out for you, Leo. Okay. So I guess this is going to be a super extra long reading. I'm going to try not to make it, but... Oh, look, there's Scorpio in the end. And I am shocked that most of those cards have made it in the frame. All right, so let's take it from the top. You have Justice here with Libra, and also the Page of Swords. This, to me, it feels like a confession. You know, whether your person is openly doing it, or you're trying to get some sort of information out of your person. For some of you guys, I hear you saying, I need to know. I deserve to know. And what I'm also getting to, the angels are showing me your person's energy. Your person is being tight-lipped. And for those of you guys who this is resonating with, the reason why your person is being tight-lipped, it's not necessarily a sign of guilt, right? You have the Justice card here, right? It's not necessarily a sign of guilt. It's just a truth that's not ready to be revealed. But I feel like you feel like, okay, yeah, they're hiding something. They're sitting on some information. And again, I just kind of feel like for some of you guys, you're doing everything under the sun. Haha, there you are in your reading, Leo. You're doing everything under the sun to uncover whatever this information is. Now, angels are giving me a warning for you, Leo, because again, be careful about what it is that you are trying to uncover, because in the end, you may bump into something that may hurt you. It's not necessarily your person hurting you. It's more so you hurting you Angels are saying because you refuse to adhere to the will of the universe. And to me, that sounds like you're trying to force a situation rather than allowing it to happen naturally. You have the hanged man there, right? So it's almost like, of course, Three of Swords has everything to do with third party situations. So it's almost like, do you uncover, this third party situation as part of, say, for instance, your self-sabotaging behavior? Are you looking for your person to reveal this truth to kind of quote unquote tell on themselves so you don't have to, excuse me, so you don't have to get closer, or you don't have to open your heart anymore? What I'm also getting to for you, Leo, specifically, is that a lot of you guys do go into self-sabotaging behavior when your heart starts to open more and more and more. Now, I just kind of glanced here at this Queen of Cups, and I said to myself real quick, okay, well, is this basically Leo being in their feelings? Angel says no. There's a huge difference between being in your feelings and then also feeling vulnerable because you are opening up more, you are loving your person more, you're getting closer and closer to your person. Angels are also saying to me too, Leo, that's a trigger for you. Like most, by the way, it's kind of quote unquote normal, right? But I do kind of feel like the more a person opens their heart up, the more and more and more, the scarier it gets. And the more that they're trying to not open it up, to cut it off, to come up with certain things or excuses or exhibit behavior that justifies why they shouldn't open their hearts. Okay? So it's almost like, see, I knew you was dealing with somebody. That's why, I don't love you, or this is why, I don't commit to you, right? So it's almost like you're coming up with this fictitious information and these facades, but the primary purpose is to subconsciously keep you in your emotional comfort zone. And that was a lot to say, by the way. Now, there it is to me right there in a nutshell. Right? It's almost like you're scattered, emotionally scattered, kind of unsure, a little furry, a little blocked, not necessarily kind of quote unquote seeing clearly from an emotional standpoint. Sometimes not knowing if you're coming or going emotionally with the Three of Wands here. And I do kind of feel like for some of you, angels are saying very few, you do try to stabilize yourself, right? Some of you out there actually try to combat this negative behavior of self-sabotaging, right? So I do kind of feel like some of you, yes, are doing some sort of soul searching, or like I said, looking at your relationship like, wait a minute, is this them or is this actually me? Like who do these cups belong to, right? Is it them giving their love away to somebody else? Or is this me refusing to give my love away to my person? I feel like that was an aha moment for some of you. Angels are saying to me, some of you guys are always like 2 seconds away from cutting your person off. And again, you're always 2 seconds away from cutting them off because you don't want to or are refusing to allow them into your heart. That's pretty deep. I feel like I just need to pause on that one. I'm not, because I still got a lot of cards to go, but I just kind of feel like some of you guys are actually, again, trying to work on this and trying to, kind of go within and, there's a hermit there again, but kind of go within and figure out, why do I keep doing this? Why is it that when we get to X point in our relationship, something like this happens, is what I'm hearing. With the Hanged Man and then also the Queen of Wands, we have there are 3 queens on the table. Nice. We have our second of the third queen showing up. This is kind of like a paradox, right? Because part of you is like, go with the flow. But then the other part is like, no, I got to find this out. You know what I mean? This kind of Queen of Wands, she's highly, highly, highly magnetized, right? She's highly attractive. She attracts things and energy to her, right? So I do kind of feel like on one hand, you know, you guys are trying to kind of take it easy, you know, trying to talk yourselves out of this, trying to, you know, kind of quote unquote do the right thing and be like, you know, let me look at this from a different angle. Maybe it's not necessarily that. But then I kind of get, for some of you, there's like this burning feeling inside of you that's kind of quote unquote drawing you to do this and drawing you to ask that. And you got to kind of be careful of that. And of course, the Hanged Man here is Pisces as well. You have Virgo, you have Sagittarius, you have you guys showing up in your reading as the Sun, you have Libra as the Justice card, and then you have Scorpio here as the Death card, right? So you guys kind of have, you know, a lot of cards on the table, duh, a lot of signs represented on this table. You know what's crazy is I'm looking at this table and I just realized you guys don't have a pentacle on this table at all. You have a lot of wand, sword obviously, and cup energy. The cup energy that's being represented is almost like trying to figure out how to manage your feelings, that emotional intelligence. The swords that are here are all about deciphering information, and not necessarily just deciphering that information, but figuring out what to do with that information once you actually get it. And then the wands have everything to do with fast moving, high activity, right? You also have the King of Cups here as well. You have the divine, not necessarily divine, again, I would call those soulmates with the King and Queen of Cups. Okay, let me continue on because these 4 cards just kind of gave me your outcome, by the way. And then also the cards at the end are your advice and or suggestion, right? So I just kind of feel like some of you guys do want to try to, you know, kind of go with the flow, be easy. Sometimes you know it's you. But according to you guys, there's something inside of you. There's something that keeps leading you. You know, I can almost even hear some of you saying my intuition, my gut. I don't think that's your intuition or your gut. I think that's just, you know, anxiety, basically. Okay? I do kind of feel like this feeling that you're feeling as far as what's causing you to believe and lead and pry and do whatever, that's this Queen of Wands, you know, kind of being a little bit anxious more than anything else. It's not a gut feeling. And it's crazy because this kind of proves to me that it's not a gut feeling, right? Because it's almost like anytime you guys kind of go within, I feel like you're getting more positive messages like nothing's there, everything's okay. I don't see anything, I don't feel anything, right? Which is kind of causing you guys to kind of go back and forth. That's what's actually leading you guys to kind of say, hey, let me go ahead and chill out. Let me look at this from a different perspective, right? But that sneaking suspicion of the Queen of Wands, you know, that's that anxiety that's getting you to move and let me try this and let me do this, and you know, has you kind of all over the place, you know, kind of going back and forth, going in circles. But I do feel like your actual intuition is like, boo boo, it's all right, it's good, ain't nothing here, carry on. Okay, so now we have Temperance with the Queen of Cups, right? Which is basically saying in due time. Oh, this is crazy. Angels just said that you guys are trying to figure out if your mates truly love you or if they're wasting your time or if they're kind of quote unquote playing you. And this to me, like I said, these 4 cards were the answer to your inquiry. In time, you will figure out, and your person, it could be your person or it may be the universe that basically gives you the answer as far as what your person feels for you, right? Not only that, but what you should also be feeling for your person as well, instead of all of this mayhem and drama, right? So again, it's almost like cut out the shenanigans, Leo, and get back into the business of loving your person. Anytime you step out of that energy of emotion, for some of you, anytime you get in your head and you do start trying to peel back the layers and uncover hidden information in this, that, or the other, you kind of shake things up in your relationship. You confuse things. You wind up hurting your own self, Okay, it's not your person, it's you hurting your own self with these false inquiries looking for the justice of how they feel about you. And I just feel like, especially with the Temperance card here, which is a card of Sag again, which is that card of basically, you know, kind of divine order and saying, look, it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen. You can't force this. Okay? But I do kind of feel like, absolutely, once you kind of quiet down all of this energy, it's going to be revealed to you, not how your person feels about you, but the love that they have for you will actually be revealed. Now, after all of this stuff, Leo, then you're going to be like, all right, that's all I needed. Thank you. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, Leo, if you'd have just chilled out and allowed the universe to do what it was supposed to do, you could have figured this out a long time ago, that I was meant for you and you was meant for me. You know what I mean? And not only that, but it's almost like Leo, I guess, is one of those signs. You guys are the lion. You are ruled by the sun, of course. And you guys, I think, need constant reassurance of your person's love. And once you get that, you quiet down, right? Once you get that, you quiet down. You transform, right? You transform back into the King and or Queen of Cups, if I could pick these cards up, right? You transform back into this loving individual. It's almost like you are this king and queen of the jungle, and if somebody is not constantly petting you, you're roaring. But once they start petting you, you start purring. You know what I mean? And you know, with the Eight of Wands here and the Death card there, that basically says to me that, you know, there's going to be some new this. It's almost like you guys go. Sorry, a lot of information. It's almost like this is a tornado. Right? It's almost like it stirs up and it's dusty and it's dirty and it's destroying shit, and it kicks up and 2 minutes later it's over. Everything is pleasant. The sun is shining again. That's exactly what I feel is going on here. Not only that, but I do kind of feel like this is a vicious cycle for you, Leo, for some of you. Whereas again, just like I said, if you're not being pet, you're roaring. And to stop you from roaring, all your person has to do is pet you. So I feel like for a lot of you who are in relationships, or you do have somebody that you're dealing with, please just tell them that. Please just say that to them. Now, don't put it in a situation like, okay, well, to keep me quiet and to keep me this. Because if you do it that way, that's kind of giving them permission to manipulate you. So you're going to have to do it like in a more clever way and saying, you know, I love when you make me feel secure by letting me know, you know, how much you love me, or it feels so good to be appreciated, you know, and I feel that when you're doing ABC. You know what I mean? You have to make it something very generic, very non-intrusive, non-accusatory, got your foot up on their neck, right? That way, so they're more willing and more open to do it. All right. But again, looking at these cards, especially these last 6 cards, Leo, you do actually balance it out. It is going to require, again, you just pulling your hands off the table and stop trying to force a situation, allowing the sun, God, angels, and the universe to do what they're supposed to do to bring you and your person together. It's going to feel like night and day. It's going to feel, you know, like, again, a complete 180, but it happens relatively quick. And it happens, the reason why it happens quickly is because you get out of the way. You stop all of your self-sabotaging behavior and just get out of the way. Anyway, guys, this is a pretty long reading, so I'm going to leave it there. If this reading does resonate, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.